Here we go, into the pit of despair.
Yeah, this is the best part of the game. Yeah, actually, you know what? This one isn't that bad because you're not, like, running into wild Pokemon. I remember the puzzles and rocket things where you have to fight wild Pokemon constantly is
how they always
much
trick
worse.
me. Sorry to cut you off, but I get so excited by these things I forget about these stairs. That is like, obviously what you're supposed to go down.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. I literally do that every time and then realize, like, wait, I needed to go down those other stairs to get the key first.
Yeah, they get you.
So when you go through this part of the puzzle, you get the key. I think there might be a rare candy somewhere in this half.
Oh, you think so?
Nice.
There we go. Yeah. Just gotta rare candy, you know? It's nice to be rewarded for doing nothing sometimes.
Yeah. No, that's true. And they say you shouldn't pick up candy that you found off the ground, but I think if it's, like, wrapped, it's fine.
Yeah.
And I've seen pictures of the rare candy because of, like, Pokemon cards, and it's definitely wrapped.
Yeah? Is it delicious looking?
No, and it's like, it's wrapped like, you know, like a, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's one of those, like, ball candies.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to think of what it's called. Like, it definitely could easily be...
Generic
yeah,
candies.
like, re-wrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just, like, definitely poisoned, and you'd never know and think it looked fresh.
If you're gonna get poison Halloween candy, that's gonna be it. It's not gonna be the Snickers bar.
But it's good, because it's a rare candy, so it's like, you're only gonna run into, like, one if you're lucky.
Angry Steve's getting strong.
Do you think he can one-hit KO this Raticate?
No, maybe not.
He was angry. He was so angry before with the Rattata, so I got all excited.
Sonic Boom. Oh, he missed.
What kind of garbage is that?
Angry Steve was blinded with rage. Gets so angry he just, like, can't keep his eyes open anymore.
I've seen Raticate before.
Strong. We better look out for this guy.
Yeah. No, Drowsy used to be our best guy.
Yeah?
And now I have no idea who it is now. We're starting to get a little too powerful.
I think it's still Jim Jam.
Yeah.
Jim Jam is like a
I forgot he evolved.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so Drowsy isn't our strongest guy anymore. It's Hypno.
Of course.
Oh, man.
So I was reading online that apparently Arcanine was originally supposed to be a legendary Pokemon.
Weird.
With, like, the Articuno and Zapdos trio.
Okay.
But the weirdest thing about it is that, like, you know, the Phoenix is, like, a thing.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, maybe, like, the Thunderbird and the Ice Bird is, like, a thing also. But out of all of them, the Phoenix is the most, you know,
well-known,
of, like, a pre-existing thing.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is that their names are, like, Uno, Dos, Tres, Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess they came up with the names. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just like I only saw like a little bit of it. Now I want to know what's the whole story.
Well,
like, why did he get cut from the team?
Yeah.
Because
I would really like to know some of that, like, inside Pokemon knowledge stuff.
Yeah. Because the other thing is, like, don't you think it would be weird to have, like, 2 birds and a dog?
Yeah.
Like were the other 2 established yet? Or is it, like...
they made the right choice.
Yeah. I think ultimately they did. And Arcanine's still, like, a really badass Pokemon.
My hunch is that, like, he was one of the first 5 they made, and they were like, oh, this guy's so cool, he's definitely gonna be, like, one of the secret ones you get way at the end.
Yeah.
He's like, too cool, we can't just give him away like a Clefable, you know.
It's like a Clefable. And that's the weird thing is that, and then in the next generation, they did the same. They did the legendary dogs, so they ended up coming out with a fire dog. But
yeah,
I don't know. They're like kind of like weird.
I don't know. I kind of like them. You know, they're not the best Pokemon, and Suicune does have that like toilet paper coming out of his butt.
Because like, oh no, I dropped the lift key.
Yeah.
I'm helpless, even though you're like a child and I'm an adult.
Yeah, and it's still like right next to me. I can just pick it up real quick.
Yeah. And he says, I dropped the lift key. Like, it's like, don't say that.
Yeah, oops, I dropped the really important thing.
Yeah, like, even if that kid was like, well, I still have my strong Pokemon to beat up this guy, and he didn't want to mess with the Pokemon, like, if you push that kid hard enough, he would be scared, you know? He wouldn't whip out the Pokemon. He'd get out of there.
Yeah.
He'd be like, this adult's gonna beat me up.
I mean, Rocket is a bunch of crooks, but they're not that evil. They wouldn't hit a kid. You know?
No, not hit him, just push him really hard. it's different.
I think are we like done with this basically?
Well, you gotta go through this fucking puzzle again. And then then I think we just gotta hail Giovanni.
Oh man. You still
Or take him out.
Still remember all the lyrics to that song?
I think it was only that one chorus, right?
Yeah.
Or was there lyrics?
It was just Hail
Giovanni, doof, doof. Yeah, I think that was the whole song.
Yeah, I think so too.
There should have been other words, but I don't think there were.
Here we go. Making my way back down,
Making my way through the maze, really slow, but spinning fast, I'm sideways. Yeah, like I would totally, like, I wouldn't do it a second time if this was real life. I'd be like, you can't pay me enough money to put me through that torture. So I already get like so dizzy so easily just in regular life.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to handle that. These guys have pretty strong ones, I think, right?
Yeah, it's like Arcane. Oh, no. It's one has an Ekans, and then the other has an Arbok, and one has a Sandshrew, and the other has a Sandslash. So it's like, or something like that.
No, Angry Steve's no good against this guy.
Oh. Well, luckily we got some backup here.
Scooby-Doo. Oh man, what's your favorite episode of Scooby-Doo?
I actually didn't like Scooby-Doo. I know that might be hard to believe because 2 of our characters have been named after Scooby-Doo characters, but I like really, really didn't like it. But I did like the that one newer Scooby-Doo theme song that Simple Plan did. I forget the exact name. Yeah, it was like, Son of Scooby-Doo, coming after you, we're gonna solve that mystery. But I don't remember the name.
That's how the old one goes. Like,
well, this one had a little more flair to it, if you know what I mean.
A little faster guitar strumming.
Yeah. There's some drums. They're like da da da, and you know the Simple Plan guy that's crying on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
You know, singing the song. Like what?
They were.
More could you want?
Pretty crybaby band, weren't they?
Yeah, that one song, like I forget what it's called, also, but where he's crying on the roof. Mm-hmm. And I'm not perfect or perfect or something like that. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm not perfect. He's just like crying on the roof, like he's like got his like his hands around his knees.
Yeah.
And then like I think like the storm blows the roof off or something, like way too badass.
Is he that imperfect that the storm blew the whole roof off?
Well, it's that he's not perfect.
Yeah. So if he was perfect, he could have stopped it from happening.
Yeah, but now it's his fault that the roof blew off, because...
He's not perfect.
Yeah. So I had this all mixed up. I was only half paying attention, but they had a Ekans and an Arbuck and a Sandshrew and a Sandslash each.
Yeah.
Wait, I still did an awful job explaining that.
Okay, so this guy had an Ekans, Sandshrew, Arbok, and the other guy had Sandshrew, Ekans, Sandslash.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Withdraw.
Get rid of that garbage.
No, thank you.
Not when you only learn 4 moves. I always have this conversation with people where it's like, anytime you've sat down on like Cerebi for a while and tried to make a sweet Pokemon team with moves and everything like that, and you go through everything, you're always like, if I could only have one more move slot, like my life would be complete. But I guess it's like, I don't know, at the same time I like how it stuck to the 4 like the whole time, because it would just get too crazy then.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Giovanni, he's creepy.
Yeah. Kinda looks like Giebler's dad. Except
Oh, Sean told me a funny joke about Giebler the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he said, why did Giebler move to the city?
Why?
Because he can't drive. It was just like... It's just like really like immature, but like still really funny.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, you never know what to expect when Sean's winding up for a joke.
Yeah.
Like, it might be something really, like, regular like that, or something just crazy.
No, I'm surprised. That was a pretty, like, complex, but, like, standard joke.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, Kangaskhan.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I wish we could have a Kang. That's not gonna happen.
Randy Man.
If that happens... I just don't know what I'll do.
That would be cool. Kangaskhan's got a crazy sprite. It's like partly really cool and partly kind of looks like he's melting.
Yeah, well, some of his spikes are like warts, I think, or
something.
Like strong warts, not like gross warts.
Yeah, like those hard scale kind of things that big dinosaurs have.
Yeah. Damn, Giovanni, that wasn't even nothing.
He's smirking. He's not done yet. Look at him.
Like, he's got way cooler guys than Erica, and I think he was even stronger than Erica, but he was so much easier.
Yeah.
I mean, Erica wasn't hard either, but at least it's something. Giovanni just stood there.
Oh, now we can see ghosts. This is exciting.
Nice. I would, you could use that escape rope.
Oh, you know, I was talking about it last episode, and you called me on it. I would have gone back a long way. Awesome, man. It takes us all the way back to the Pokemon Center.
Oh my goodness, it's like right where you want to be.
It's a dream come true.
Oh man, this is serious, because after, like, not only is Gary coming up right now.
Oh, I forgot about Gary.
But after you go through the whole tower, like, Snorlax is next.
Yeah.
And I'm a little nervous.
Well, here's the thing. I figure if we kill Snorlax, alright, no big deal. You know? We don't need him.
That's true.
I'm going to get some lemonades while I'm here, because they're so cheap.
Yeah, well, by the time you walk all the way up there, you're ready for some lemonade.
I'm thirsty. Here's the menu.
Yeah, I remember being annoyed because you're supposed to be on the roof right now, right?
Yeah.
And you still can't use fly from this area. And I'm like, but you're on the roof. Like, you're in the most flyable spot you could be.
You got a head start.
Yeah, you could, like, now it's the time to try to fly with, like, a Spearo or something small that can't carry you very far.
I like this game so much. The roof is, like, so... It's kind of... Oh, yeah, fresh water. The roof is so secret, you know? Like, I remember how long it took me to beat this game the first time I played it. It took me forever. Like, over a year, probably.
Yeah, well, I remember, I feel like I've said this already at some point, but I had, like, a cousin that, when this game first came out, he was only, like, a year younger than me.
He didn't know how to get out of the house?
Yeah, he had, like, he's, like, he's playing Pokemon, like, and I'm sitting there, like, watching him play it.
Yeah.
And he's been playing it, you know, he's talking about it, he had it for like a week, he's been actively working on the game. I didn't say, hey man, can you show me your Pokemon?
Yeah.
So, he's like, I was saying, I have it too, how far are you? And he goes, I can't figure out how to get out of the house. He's talking about the house in the beginning, and I was like, what? I was like, this is supposed to be like a rug or something, I guess. It's something to let you know that that's the way out.
Yeah. No.
But that's so funny. But it's really, like, you know, with bad graphics, it's, like, hard to tell this stuff sometimes.
Yeah, and it's, like, the first time a lot of people played a video game, even. So, like, a lot of that language of, like, oh, if you go to this... If you press against the wall here, it takes you to a new thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, a lot of people, maybe they'd walk up to the door and press A, and nothing happens, you know?
Yeah. I even, like, this was, like, the Game Boy. It was, I don't know if it counts as, like, a console, but it was, like, my first video game system. Source of video games was the Game Boy, because I remember when I was real little, we weren't allowed to have them. And then my mom broke down.
And then you had all of them.
Yeah. Well, it was only a matter of time, you know?
You never had a Sega Saturn, though. I think that's, like, the one that you guys never had.
There's a couple. I never had the original NES.
And you never had an Xbox. That's right.
No, yeah, I never had any of the Xboxes.
Here comes Sean. I can see him. Oh, look at that.
I know, this is the only time where you could, like, watch him wander around and do his thing.
Is his first guy Pidgey? Or...
Yeah, well, it's Pidgeotto.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's that way for, like, the entire game, because Pidgeot isn't his last team.
Yeah.
His final team.
And Sean wants to fight. Nice.
Gary's sprite is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, they took their time with that one.
And I think he's got a couple different ones, but I always forget. Might be in my imagination. Ooh, one hit KO.
Angry Steve.
They're the same level, but
another one
damn!
Right here. Double
Again.
super.
Again.
Oh, Gyarados
is so badass.
Yeah, no. That's a good sprite. 1,000.
Yeah, that's some good.
Oh, Wimpy Growlithe. Did I take him on?
Almost, might as well, yeah.
Might as well. I'm here. Critical hit.
Oh, critical hit. Angry Steve is just plowing through.
26 now. Kadabra?
Ooh. Thin Kadabra.
Nice.
I always thought this was weird. Like, not that Kadabra's, like, fat, but, like, he's got the big poofy tail, and I don't know, this Kadabra just looks so thin.
Yeah. It's his arms. He's got wimpy looking arms. But that makes sense, because it's a Kadabra, you know? He's not using his muscles.
Yeah, he's using his spoons.
Ivysaur. Alright, we'll switch out for this one. Okay, Falco.
Falco.
Oh, we got seeded.
That's alright. Let him seed ya.
I'm back.
Oh, I thought you didn't have any fire type moves for a second. I was like, oh, what a ripoff. Falco Oh yeah, like look at that crazy hair. I forgot who Falco was. I just didn't say it this time. I was like, I know it's not like a Pidgey or something that would be like what you might think.
Yeah. But it all makes sense once you see that hair. You're like, of course that's Falco.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Ivysaur kind of sucks, huh?
Falco?
Yeah, well, they both do, but like Falco we knew sucked, but Ivysaur should be a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah, I feel like he's like, he was going that like, I'm a bulky guy strategy, but Ivysaur isn't bulky. It's like, he's gotta be a Venusaur to be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Should've just cause like, alright, Venusaur's badass cause he can learn Earthquake. I think even in this one, but I could be wrong about that, but I know he can in the newer one. And that takes care of the fire problem. And he can, he's got sweet options.
Yeah.
Could put him to sleep, poison, all that stuff, or solar beam, or razor leaf. Lots of stuff going on for grass types.
Plenty of stuff.
Alright, I think it's a good spot to end it here. I feel pretty proud that we just destroyed Gary like it was nothing.
Yeah, trounced him. We're really... It's time to get reckless.
Yeah, we should try to beat this next. Well, we don't need to recover because there's the recovery thing halfway through.
We're gonna make it through the whole tower one shot.
Yeah, let's do it. Next time. Pokemon GT. We should call it Pokemon GT. Just change the name.
Alright, yeah.